I first heard your name mentioned by Tommy Robinson. I was out interviewing him in Benidorm before his recent arrest, and he spoke glowingly about you. And I think that was important because a lot of people consider those who are concerned about things like the grooming gangs. I know we're supposed to just say the R word now to show what it actually is, but YouTube doesn't like it, so I try to sort of moderate that a little bit. But I understand totally that argument. But that this is not about sort of a racism aspect, or we're against anybody who's from Asian descent or anything like that. It is really something specific to Islam. Why is Tommy Robinson such a fan of yours?
I think as far back as I can remember, the first time I sort of met him, we had a girl who was sexually assaulted in his hometown in Luton. We got called out by the community to address the problem because the perpetrator was only charged on common assault when it was a lot worse than that. So we spoke at the local temple. I don't know who invited him in or how he was there, but he saw us sort of talking to about 500 Sikhs, and then we sort of walked over to the police station, and there was a protest, at which he was there at the protest. And then he's been to maybe a couple of programs that we've done in Hindu temples and stuff like that. And ours is all about sort of educating people, raising awareness on the taboo issues regarding sexual grooming, the red flags. And it's about prevention is better than the cure. And you've probably got to go and ask him why he was so impressed, but I'm just doing what I'm doing, and that's just about educating and raising awareness within the Sikh community and the Hindu community and whoever calls us. So we have been raising since 97. We've been raising awareness on these crimes when they came to light to us. And I think it was somewhere around about 2012, I think, that he came across us in the Luton Temple.
I see.
Yeah.
Is much of your role then about, as you say, spreading awareness about what seems to be an issue with Islamic grooming gangs? Is that something that's been imported from South Asia? Because I've heard that was something that people in Sikh and Hindu communities have been aware of in India as well, and Pakistan and Bangladesh.
Well, we were aware I've grown up in this country. I was 2 years old, 2.5 years old when I come to this country. So, we were hearing stories in the 80s, early 80s, but not really sort of taking any notice of what was going on. And then as you get involved in the community, I think it was 93, I joined the the Gurdwara, became the president, the youngest president in the UK as a Sikh in a Gurdwara. And then obviously the more you're in the community, the more you're going to hear things, and people will come and talk to you. And I had the sort of gift of speaking in the Punjabi language, where I could communicate with the elders in the community, but I could also talk to the youth, and going to sort of schools, sixth form schools, to talk about Sikhi in general, the Sikh faith, colleges, universities, gurdwaras. We had a good connection, and through that we were hearing a lot of stories and events, and certain people coming up with their accounts of what happened to them. And then because we had access to other gurdwaras and the community at large, we were feeling that nobody's really talking about these issues. I didn't pick it up in the papers or anything like that, so nobody was talking about it. So we thought, well, why don't we create a society that just raises awareness on these issues? And then, like I said, prevention is better than the cure. If people know what to look out for, they will be able to protect themselves. And it started in a very local localized way. And it was very tough for us as well to go into places of worships like the Gurdwaras to talk about taboo issues, which you could sort of understand that it's a place of worship, and that's just about worshipping and not talking about taboo issues. And we were able to sort of, with eyebrows raised, we were able to sort of get through that. And then the wider Gurdwaras, the West Midlands, UK.
91% watching Heretics clips are not subscribed. Quick favour, hit subscribe. Free, takes 2 seconds, and helps us question everything together.